have Mr. Sanjay Dutt with us in the spotlight. Mr. Dutt, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Tell us about when your life started off as an actor.
Well, I started off as any actor, and my first film was Rocky. It was difficult because my dad was directing it, so it was even more in focus in his eyes. And but I think it was just the first day where I was under pressure, but then I was fine.
How was the film Naam for you?
Great film. It was after my drug rehab I came back, and Bhatt Saab and Kumar Gaurav ji and all of us got together and worked on the script, which is very rare today. And Kumar Gaurav's father produced the film. But that film has a lot of memories. It is one of the most brilliant films I have done, I think even for Bhatt Saab. So it's a great film now.
You spoke about your drug problem. How did it start?
Well, it starts like with any young kid. I mean, see, it's such a thing that it's 1 out of 6 people who get addicted to drugs, and I was one of them. But it starts off being in the scene and with the people and with the group and all that stuff. But you never know when you get addicted to it. So I mean, it happened with me and it went on for 10 years. But I was the lucky person who had the choice of going to America and having it treated. It's a sickness which is suppressed. It can never get cured. So, and it's you can't do it for anybody. You have to do it for you. And that's what happened to me. I had to do it for me. I mean, it wasn't for my dad or my sisters or my family. It had to be for me.
Drugs today is prevalent, maybe so much so more now than when you were in your 20s. So what advice would you give younger people consuming drugs? How much is enough? How to stop? How not to get addicted?
There's nothing to be enough for. You can't, it's just stop. I mean, when I see Punjab, I mean, it makes me sad because, you know, ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ drugs ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ, you know. And to see Punjab like that, it kills me because it's basically killing the next generation, basically. You know, I mean, this is a great country, it's great India, and the next generation should be absolutely amazing for this country to reach some other level, you know what I'm saying? And that money is used for terrorism. You know what I'm trying to say? And that has to be stopped. And I'm ready to do anything with the government to get drug awareness, to get rehabs, and to do a lot where I can talk about it because I've gone through it, and try and get people to stay clean, you know what I'm saying?
And for people trying to stay clean, what advice would you have?
See, I'll tell you one thing, there's nothing more high you can get from family, from your work, from just living a free life, you know what I'm saying? Drugs is like a jail. You're hiding like a mouse all the time here and there. But imagine just going out, imagine going up to Shimla and having a good time and doing a barbecue, and Delhi you go there and have your chicken pickle and, you know, stuff like that. So I mean, that's better than being in one room, you know.
Talking about Shimla, you were in Sana. Take us through some of your favorite schooling memories.
Well, we used to travel to Gurkha Fort, then we used to travel to Renuka Lake and Dharamshala and Chel and, you know, stuff like that. So I mean, Kasoli was like every week, you know, every Sunday. We used to go to Kasoli and eat the bun samosas and jalebi and stuff like that. But I mean, Sanar really makes a man out of you. That's what it says out there. Send him to Sanar and make him a man. And I have some beautiful memories. I have some lovely friends. Though we don't meet every day or every month or every year, but when we do, it's like we've never been out of touch.
Now, at this stage of life, what's your biggest fear?
No fears anymore. You know, I lived in fear for 25 years and it's all over now.
Talking about the 25 years, how many times did you go to jail?
3-4 times, I think. I don't know, I think, yeah, about 3-4 times I went to jail and I came out on bail. And eventually I went to jail and served my sentence. I didn't run away. I faced it like a man, and I came out proud. And that makes me happy.
Now, you went to jail 4 times. So, how was the first time to the fourth time? What are the different things that you learned as a human being each time?
See, I mean, jail is not a fun place, so it's not a rehab center, or it's jail, so it's tough. And thank God my parents sent me to Sanar, so I mean, it paid off, because I mean, for me it didn't matter lying down on the floor and without a AC and all that stuff, but it kind of mellows you down. You take a retrospect of your life. You try and cleanse yourself. There are many things which are on the positive side. I mean, like, I didn't waste my time there. I worked out with whatever I could. I read the Bhagavad Gita, and I read the Mahabharata, I read the Shiv Puran, I read the Ganesh Puran. So I mean, at least I read I'm a Hindu, so I mean, at least I read the books which are many sadhus and all these people must have not read the Shiv Puran. But I did, and which was, I mean, that was the only time I had, so I took it in a positive way, and I went along.
Did you make any interesting friends while you were in jail?
Of course, because 90% of the people in jail are innocent. They're first-time offenders. They're people who don't have money for bail. They're people who don't have money for lawyers, so they're rotting in jail. And they are all artists. They are very talented people there in every field, in carpentry, in steel work, and in paper work, and artists, painters. I feel you should give them a chance to at least work on their skills, so that jail is a reformatory center. It's not a place where you give a hard time to a person. I mean, if he's in jail, he should come out a better human being, which doesn't happen here.
Why?
Because of the British laws, and the laws have to be changed. People have to be given a chance. People have to be able to get lawyers. They have to be able to get bail. They have to have the money. So I think the government should help them reform than do anything else. The best people in jail are the sipais, the havaldars, who they are caretakers. They are not police.
Yeah. Take us through a day in your life in jail.
Well, wake up in the morning, have tea, work out, have a bath, go to my radio station at 11 o'clock, do my radio work from 11 o'clock till 12, have lunch, go back to the radio station till 4, come back to my yard, plant some trees and some beautiful roses, and then get locked up at 6, read your books, go to sleep.
What was your inspiration through your tenure each time in jail?
My family. My family was a big support, and there were few people in jail who inspired me, who stood by me, sometimes you break down, So there were some havaldars who used to really put sense into me, who used to give me the courage, who used to give me the strength, and I really appreciate that.
Anything you remember that havaldar told you at a point of weakness?
There were a couple of officers also, which were really nice, very nice. And they told me, they said, Baba, you are in a situation and you have to face the situation. And we all look up at you, you can't just crumble, And we are there for you whenever you are falling.
And I did read somewhere as well that you were a believer of astrology, and somebody told you what you went through was because of your karma in the previous births. Take us through that.
I mean, yeah, I do believe in astrology, but I don't kind of live my life with astrology. You understand?
Yes.
Yes, but there are karmas which come back, which you haven't done in a previous life, haven't fulfilled them. So you have to fulfill them when you're reborn. And I think I had to go through that. Then astrology, yes, where the stars, it's a science. So, I mean,
But tell us about that story when you went to South India and he told you, and they did your the family chart near Coimbatore, and they said that you were a part of the army, Ashoka army.
yeah, it's a place called Venkateshwaraya Koil, where there's a Shiv Nadi of, Kundli of every human being on this earth. And they found my Kundli and everything, and they told me. They told me about this jail term. They told me about my drug phase. They told me about how many times I'll get married and everything.
How old were you when you went there?
I went there in 1995.
And what's the reason they gave you for your jail time?
Because of my past karma. Because as a king in the Ashoka dynasty, I killed a lot of innocent people.